Hey guys, welcome to Melanin Uncut. Thank you for stopping by our video. It's your girl MJ and it's
Julie. Hey guys.
Woo! Thanks for stopping by, you guys. So we're gonna start off with our episode today, and before we do anything though, we always gotta start off with what are we drinking, Julie?
Girl, same thing as before. I'm drinking On the Rocks.
Okay.
This is a Cosmo
and make
with
sure
F and vodka.
Perfect. And make sure you grab your glass, guys. I'm drinking Stella Rose. So if you haven't already, go ahead, get relaxed. We're about to dive in. All right, so based off the title of this video, you guys can already see it if not, but I have a question, Julie. I thought this would be really good for our audience, and I thought this would be something they can relate to.
Okay.
Why are you making that face? Like you already like...
Yeah, like, oh God.
She must be nervous, y'all. She must be nervous. Anyways, oh yeah, don't forget to watch our previous video right here in the information box. We have a couple of episodes already here on season 2, so go ahead and hit those videos. But yeah, so today's question, guys, the question is, do you confess after a breakup? Should you confess after a breakup? It could be in the lines of anything. It could be infidelity to as simple as stealing or taking something, or, you know, from your ex, or even down to like just confessing anything. Should you confess something after a breakup? So, Julie, how has that happened? Have you confessed, or would you confess to someone after breaking up with them?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, there's really nothing for me to confess on. Like, I feel like everything that I've done, like, that's wrong, is probably already been like out in the open. It's already on the plate. But I've never gone to the point where I actually like cheated on somebody for me to be like, oh yeah, let me confess to this person. But I do have a quick story time though.
Okay, go ahead, tell us what happened.
So with my ex, it was like years ago, maybe like a good 10, 11 years ago. He thought that he should tell me, like, maybe this was probably like a year after we broke up. He was just like, oh yeah, because, you know, the girl, his ex-girlfriend, which I had a problem that he was seeing while we were together and stuff. He was like, you know that I bought her a laptop and a TV because I felt like she really needed it at the moment. So I just wanted to let you know that I bought that for her because it was just eating me alive, like that I felt like I cheated on you or something. I was like, well, technically that is cheating, right? Like if you buying your ex-girlfriend something. I'm like, why would you want to tell me this like a year after? Like what is the purpose? what is, like, it must have really been eating you that much for you to be like, oh, I gotta call her and tell her, oh, wait, Julie,
Wow.
come on now. Like, I don't care.
So you didn't...
I don't care.
So you didn't appreciate that he told you? Were you more upset that he told you, or you wish you were happy that he told you?
I think things like that you just take to the grave because we already broke up. You know what I mean? Like, we already broke up. You didn't have the decency to tell me while we were in a relationship. So you might as well just take that to the grave and just be like, you know what, fuck it. I did what I did and that's just it. But if that makes that person feel better, then hey, by all means, like, whatever. But I'm just letting you know, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, I'm just being completely honest. Like, I can't see myself, like, to answer your question, I can't see myself after like maybe months or a few years and being like, oh yeah, I apologize, but I want to let you know I sucked some other person's and no, like, come on now. I'm not about
the madness. Stop the madness.
I can't, like, even though I won't do that, I won't do those things, but you know, I don't see myself confessing. Oh, I spent your money, and come on, because does he really care? Is he really thinking about me?
Well, there's some people who actually do care. Some people need closure. Like, some people have done that for closure. Right. And, yeah, so,
well, how about you? How would you feel in both aspects? Like, would you confess, and do you care if your ex-boyfriend confessed to you?
This is to you. Well, I have not confessed to any of my exes or anything that I've done. I haven't. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like you. Like, if it didn't, you know, if I did it in the relationship, I'm just gonna walk away and just be like, you know what they don't know won't hurt them anymore. Right? Like, I kind of just let it go, because it's like you said, it's kind of like the relationship. I didn't have the decency to tell them in the relationship, so why tell them afterwards? You know, it's kind of like that's a little pointless and stuff like that. But I have had an ex confess to me, and they had told me, this is when I was like in my early 20s, and my ex-boyfriend used to drive my car around all the time. Like, he used to just drive it around, and there was a time that I suspected that a girl was in my car. And, you know, he convinced me like nobody was in the car. He was just doing a whole lot like, oh, ain't nobody was in this car, you tripping. You know, the whole thing that guys do, they exaggerate the story to make it seem like you're crazy, you know?
Right.
So after we and it was weird because we were on a break. We didn't break up. Technically we were on a break, but in the midst of us being on a break, he was upset about some stuff and he let it out. He was like, oh, and you know, when you were curious, when you asked me about if another girl was in your car, there was. So he told me that he actually had sex with another girl in my car.
So he was trying to be petty.
He was like, yo, like, he was just like, I just want to let you know that I did have sex with you. Not sex with you, but sex with another girl in your car. And I was just like, wow. Like, my intuition was right. I was pretty much like, my intuition was right. But that just showed me, like, dang, like, I wish low-key, I was happy that he told me, because I felt like I wasn't tripping. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, when he told me, I was like, good. I wasn't tripping. I was on point with it. But it hurt me even more because I was just like, damn, like, you really made me think that I was tripping. Like, crazy. you lied the whole time when we were together. So when we broke up, I didn't even feel bad because I was like, listen, it is what it is. Like, you were on some, you know, F shit. That, and I had another dude that I was dating, and he confessed to me a bunch of stuff, like, you know, how he felt about our relationship. He was just like, I felt at the time that I didn't deserve you, blah, blah, blah. I wish I didn't hurt you. He did that type of stuff where he was telling me, like, that whole time he was insecure with himself in the relationship that we were doing, like the dating. So that felt like that was kind of like interesting. But I don't think there's anything wrong with confessing, because a lot of times I think that's just people's way of just finding closure and just trying to let it go. But is it necessary? No, not always. But I do think it does help. It can help. I don't see, the only hurt that I can see happen is just like the fact that they actually did something foul. But it helps you as a person to understand, like, damn, this is what was going on in my relationship and I wasn't tripping or whatever. I could do better on this. And I think it helps to let the other person let it go. Sometimes the confessing is all about just letting it go and just like, I want to wash my hands from this. Yeah, people feeling guilty, feel like they just want to get rid of that guilt. So
So do you think there's like a certain time frame that person should confess, or is just whenever they're ready?
I think it's whenever they're ready, because some people don't come to terms with it until like a few months, a few days, or to a year. So but I will say that if you hit my phone up after a year and I'm with my man, hopefully you could get me on the phone. Because you might not get me on the phone. Because if I see your number and I don't fuck with you, I may not pick up. So that was our question. Go ahead, leave your response. Do you guys confess to your ex about anything? Have you ever confessed to anybody about something that you've done in a relationship? And let us know what you guys think. All right.
Ask me if I'm going to leave this off with anything.
All right. So, Julie, do you have anything that you could close us with? Like,
yes. I have a question, as a matter of fact. Is there anything that you learned from your past experiences, like dating wise, or your ex-boyfriends? Like, what is one thing that you learned about yourself from dating or being in a relationship?
Someone else can't make me happy. as cliche as that may sound, like you could still be with someone and still feel really alone. So make sure, you know, I learned now that if I'm with somebody, it's just me being with them and them, you know, just keeping me a company. But anything that I feel internally, I have to kind of get that together, you know. How about you?
You know what's crazy? I asked this question and I don't even have the answer to it.
You have not learned anything?
No. Especially from the...
Are you still with the... I had spilled wine on me. Are you still with the fuck shit? Like, I don't get it. Like, you just... I told y'all, Julie's a whole F-boy out here. Y'all think it's a joke. Julie's a whole F-boy.
Yo, what's one thing that I learned about myself? I gotta be patient. I gotta be a little patient. Even though I am very patient, I think baby steps is very important, especially just with everything and anything in life. So I think patience is one thing that I've definitely learned.
I like that.
While dating and everything else. Yeah.
You do gotta be patient when you deal with other people, though. Like, when people don't do stuff the way that you're accustomed to doing it, it's like, ooh, child, I need a break. I need to get myself together. Because
when people don't do things your way, or not even your way, but just the way that you like things done, it's like, all right, I have to remember that I'm still getting to know this person, and so yeah,
I love it. All right,
guys, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, share, and just give us a positive review down below. Let us know what you like about this episode. So yeah,
peace.